Yes, the rumours are true, we are back out, and look at this place. So it's the first time I've been out since the North Coast 500. It is bloody freezing. But we are completely in the middle of these mountains, which also means there's no mobile phone reception either. All we're getting is an SOS signal. So no internet, but that's alright. We've got an abundance of fire pits though. So guys, this is the first time I've been back out since completing the North Coast 500. And if you missed any, I'll leave a link here. But I would advise you to go and look at it. If you've never done the North Coast 500, I've pretty much recorded as much as I could from the driving, the roads, a lot of sightseeing stuff, as well as making music. So if you fancy doing the North Coast 500 and haven't done it yet, or even if you have, go back and have a wee look at it. I'm going to do a video of the experience with some tips and tricks, maybe some hacks as well. And if there's anything you want to know, drop it in the comments and I'll answer it as best I can. So be sure to get subscribed if you want to see it. But for this trip, I thought, what better way to get myself back into the swing of things than with some beautiful scenery, some grub, chill out with a new toy. So as I'm getting set up, I've realised that the sun is basically away over there. But because of the way that I've pointed the van, the solar panels at the back, as you can see, there's a bit of a shadow being cast. So I think when I checked, we were only getting about 3 watts. However, I've got a folding solar panel. And truth be told, I've known this solar panel it's in Spute, so that just shows you how often I use it. And because of the wind deflectors, we can bring that cable in, even if it's raining, and no worry about the place getting wet. Now we're getting about 28 watts, which isn't bad. So we've got the folded solar panel bringing in 30 watts, coming in through a cable, through the window, and then down here. And oh, I've just realised something. I've not actually showed you the new upgrades, have I? So as you remember when we were on the North Coast 500, the Bluetti would be sitting roughly around about here, or it'd be sitting up there. It was just a complete faff. I decided to put it in this storage box and then cut a hole down here. So let me give you a wee look. So there we are, the Bluetti's in there now. And there's plenty of space for like ventilation and stuff. And basically that's still got all the toiletries and knickknacks and what have you, first aid kit. Trust me, it's a lot better in there. And what I did for the fridge was I cut 2 holes in the back of the box. One of them's for the fridge and the other one's for the solar panel. So they just feed directly into the box and then run to there. Let me show you this. I'm not a joiner, but I get the job done. I've got an idea in my head and then I go with it. So this is what it looks like now. As you can see, we've got a hole in it. The only issue is we can barely see the display. However, you can see it there. We're bringing in 27 watts of solar, and the fridge just plugs in here, and obviously the solar goes in there. So this would be the solar panel cable that's on the roof, and this is the foldable one that I'm just bringing in and plugging it into here. When you're in the van, you can't see this display, but that's all right because we do have an app that can tell us everything, like the wattage coming in, the wattage going out. We can turn the DC on, the AC on and all that. So we can do it off of this app. We don't really need to see the panel. But aye, that's upgrade 1. The problem with a conversion van, they basically have to cut the bumper away. As you can see in this picture here, there's gaps at the side of the bumper. When it's really cold and windy, I could feel it, especially when I was done at head, when the van was just rocking back and forward. So what I've done is I've basically plugged the gaps. So this is what I've done. So before I show you, this was just a spontaneous thing that I done, and I thought maybe a glue gun will work, but the problem that I had was, do you know what, I'll just show you. There you go. I've put bristles on that corner and that corner there, because the gap that was in these spaces was just letting so much cold air in, it was unbelievable. But the problem with it being so cold now, as soon as the glue touched the metal, it was just free, it was getting cold instantly. So I was working against it, so it does look a wee bit scruffy. You can see it's actually staying tight to the inside it, so it doesn't let any air in or any wind and stuff. What I'm going to do is with this part here, I'm going to get better screws because they're just rusted and that one's not even got one. But I'm going to put this material that I've got on the step, as you can see here. I'm going to put this on here just to try and tidy it up a wee bit. You can see this lip here, it's coming away now because it's just ripping with the screws that I put in it. I'm going to put just a wee plate, one of these, basically along the edge of it, just to tidy it up a bit. Aye, they're my two upgrades I've done since I came back for the North Coast 500. And these are just door brush draft excluder, and I just cut them and then put them in there. Because when you look inside the van from the inside and there's light outside, you can see literally right through. So guys, I need to actually address something as well. When I went on the North Coast 500, I had something like 980 subscribers or something like that, and now we're sitting at 1,280 maybe. So thank you. I like that everybody's picking up what I'm putting down. I love chatting to everybody in the comments. I love answering questions. I love speaking to everybody, hearing all your adventures, hearing my trips are inspiring you to go and do yours and stuff, and it's just brilliant. I used to hate travelling, and since getting Dobby, this is just something that I need now. I just hate staying in four walls and in the same place. Dobby's got four walls as well, but I can leave the van and sit here. In a house, you've got a garden, you can have the nicest garden alive, but if you're going out there 365 days a year, it gets boring. I've never been here before, so it's like, it resets your brain. Right now it's 4 in the afternoon, and the only noise that you're hearing is for that river. The sun's starting to go down now, so I think maybe it might be a good time to make some dinner. I might make it outside actually. Oh, you can go out. Come on. Come on. How are you? How are you? How are you? Come on. No bed and board here tonight. So dinner wise, I don't want anything heavy. I just want a wee snack. I think what I'm going to do is make some parsnip chips. As you can see, my fridge is full. I never thought I was bringing a lot. So I make these up into chips. We're going to use a big one or the wee one? Take this as well. So my plan is to cook outside, but I'm going to get some rocks to put the cooker on. Let's get some rocks. As long as it's sturdy, that's all that matters. So we need a wee chair or something, so I think we're going to use a toilet. This up here. Then we've got a seat. I don't know how many we're going to fit in. Oh. Chop them in half. And then through the middle. Now what you obviously want to do is make sure that they're dry, because they'll just take longer to cook. I'm too impatient, so. Ah, they're falling everywhere. Like, the good thing about parsnips is you can eat them raw. And of course I haven't replenished the spices for the North Coast 500, so we'll get a wee bit of spray on this. Ideally these all shouldn't be on top of each other and stuff, but that's what it is. Let's get this on. It's just lovely. And it's just us, and I'm guessing that car up there is probably going to leave. What do you think of my makeshift fire? Look good, didn't they? I'm going to upgrade the cooker. Seen one on Amazon, basically it's got 2 burners on it, but you can also use Coleman cans and you can use the camping gas cans. I've been meaning to change this for ages because the camping gas ones are just crap in the winter. See, there's not even any heat coming off that. That's better. Oh, it's getting chilly. Aye, you're done. A wee snack, parsnip fries. I'm eating them out of this because it's still warm. These are the 2 different types of gas, right? You've got the camping gas kind of one, and then you've got the Coleman C500. These perform better in cold temperatures, whereas these don't. So that's like 2/3 full. The flame was nothing even on high heat, whereas this does a lot better and you'll get a consistent heat with this one. The difference is as well, I need to get a different nozzle adapter so that I can use this. I've tried to look for different ones and the only one that I've seen that I like is a 2 stove burner kind of one, and you can use this and this. So these are a wee bit more expensive, but to be fair, I've had this for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and it's still got maybe a third left in it. It's just far superior, so I'm going to change my cooker setup so that I can use both. Because these are cheaper, you can get like 4 of these for £6, whereas this probably, this size, is about £4. It's just so much better, so aye. There you go, even if I thought I had my dinner there. So the new toy I got is the new Rog Ally X PC gaming handheld with a 7-inch 1080 120Hz display, which also has variable refresh rate and a touchscreen. It's also got 24GB DDR5 RAM, 1TB base 2280 SSD storage, although I have updated mine to 2TB, 2 USB-C ports, an SD card slot, 2 back buttons on the back for even more control, and it also has the biggest battery for a handheld on the market at 80 watts, which is more than double what the original Ally was. So we're actually getting 140 FPS. That's crazy. I've not played this in ages, like I don't even know where I am in the game. Let's just jump out and see if we can get a fight. Well, there we are. There we go. Oh, he's leathering me. Ah, done me. What else have I got? So obviously because I don't have any internet, multiplayer's pretty much out of the question. The only thing I would say is if you're planning to go away and you don't know what the mobile hotspot or anything is like, it's probably a good idea to update your games before you leave the house. Like, how cool is that? Playing a AAA game like Spider-Man outside on a handheld, sitting next to a stream with views like this. Like, that's crazy, isn't it? So if you're a gamer like me, you get to relax and recharge in these beautiful places, as well as unwinding with a bit of gaming. Brilliant. And look at that on Spider-Man. We're getting, you can see that, 100 FPS average. It's just mental. So let's go back and answer the questions. Can you PC game in a van? Aye, you can, easily. Is it worth it? Aye. You're getting 90, 100 FPS on games, no lag. But the only caveat is when it comes to multiplayer. I don't have any internet where I am, so I can't play any like Call of Duty or Division or anything like that. So if you don't have any internet and you play a lot of multiplayer games, you're going to struggle. But if you live in a van, you could get Starlink. Third question, is it a gimmick? Why don't you tell me in the comments below? Do you think this is a gimmick? I don't think it's a gimmick. I think it's crazy. We can sit and do this in places like this. Nothing around here for miles. And we're able to come here, recharge our batteries, and just sit down there and just switch the world off and just play a game. So, I would say PC gaming is very much viable for van life. Because see, the thing is, right, I could never get a PlayStation in there. Maybe an Xbox Series S. You would need the power to run a PlayStation as well as a monitor. To be honest, unless you've got a 3000 watt hour battery and the new, what is it, the EcoFlow alternator thing that charges your batteries fast, it's pointless. This is the next best thing. I mean, obviously if you're playing AAA games that need a lot of power like Cyberpunk and stuff like that, you'll probably get about 2 hours out of it. But indie games, side scrollers, emulation, you're getting like 3 hours out of that, 4 hours or whatever. Like, that's mental. And also you can use it as a PC for editing video, watching YouTube, whatever. It's crazy how far technologies came. I love this thing. Like, I can't go back to console now. Like, all my games are on this now. Coming to places like this, come on, man. This is what's good about having 2 USB-Cs, because with the other one I had to use a dongle. With this you don't. To get it on with the monitor, all you need is one cable. So plug that into the monitor and then that into the Rog Ally. And you should see it coming on like that. And then what I do is basically go in here and go to brightness, and I turn the brightness down on the Ally. So then you're just using that monitor. So there's a desktop mode where you can basically use the analog stick as a mouse kind of thing. Look how smooth that is. PC gaming in the back of a van. You can connect a PS5 controller. There you go. Can't remember the buttons now.
Have you seen a ginger with a mohawk?
Have you seen a ginger with a mohawk? Right. I've clearly not played this in a while. So guys, I'm going to wrap it there. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm going to go and enjoy that view. If you did go and enjoy the video and you're thinking of gaming in your own van, why not drop it a wee like and let me know in the comments. I've got a packed list full of episodes coming, so if you don't want to miss them, be sure to get subscribed and hit that bell notification so you don't miss them. So guys, take it easy and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.